everybody, welcome back to Chic on the Cheap. Okay, so this week I have a cool tutorial for you on how to take an old t-shirt and turn it into a cosmetic bag. It's kind of similar to the tote bag demonstration that I showed you a while back, but this is just how to make a smaller bag and then line it with a vinyl lining so that you can use it for your cosmetics. So, enjoy!
Start by laying out your t-shirt. I used a small t-shirt just because it works better for this project, and you're going to cut off the bottom part and the sleeves and also the collar. So you're left with just the front part of the t-shirt and the back part of the t-shirt. This is going to become the front and back of your cosmetics bag. So just make them really however big you want your bag to be. Next, you're going to round off the corners, so go ahead and just round off one side of your two t-shirt pieces. They should still be stacked on top of each other, and then fold it in half so that you can get the same rounded corner on the other side. Use it as a pattern and just trim that other side off. This will give you a nice rounded bottom to the bag. And next we're going to take some measurements. After you fold that out, you still have your two pieces on top of each other. Take your measuring tape and just measure from the top of one side all the way around the base to the top of the other side. And keep that measurement in mind because we are going to cut out next a piece of fabric that will go in between the front and back to give the bag some depth. So I actually used an old blouse for this, and I just cut a piece of fabric that was about 6 inches wide by the length that I measured around the base of the bag. So 6 inches by the length that you measured, and this is going to be our piece that gives the bag a little bit of breadth and depth. So next we're going to cut our lining pieces out, and what you want to use is a washable vinyl for this. You can find it at craft stores, and use your t-shirt pattern to cut out 2 pieces of vinyl that are the size of the front and back of your bag, and then copy your long piece the same way, but you only need one of those, so cut out one piece of vinyl that will go on the inside of this piece. Next we're going to sew together the front and back and the middle section of this bag. So just put them right sides together and sew all the way around the front and back so that they're all sewed together and you have those seams done. You're just going to sew right where you pin it together, and when you're done you can flip it inside out and you can make sure it looks good. And after you have that done, we're going to do the same thing to the lining. Just sew the lining together, right sides together, and then you should have a separate lining bag as well. So now we have to put the lining and the bag together. So what you want to do is take the t-shirt and material bag that you've sewn and put it right side to right side, just inside the bag, just like this, so that the right sides are facing. And you're going to sew together around the top of this bag. You're going to sew these together, but you want to leave yourself a little opening so that you can flip them inside out. So leave yourself about 3 inches that you don't sew together so that you can flip this bag inside out. And once you get the bag flipped inside out, you'll be able to see what your finished bag will look like. And then you just need to go back and stitch close that little 3-inch opening that you used to flip the bag inside out. So this is kind of what the finished bag looks like. Now we're going to create a little drawstring. So cut 2 holes in the t-shirt material. If it's t-shirt material, it won't fray, so this is fine to do. And then just sew one straight seam all the way around your bag, right underneath those 2 little cuts that you made in the front of the t-shirt. Now after you do this, take a ribbon and attach it to a safety pin, and you're going to thread this ribbon through the top of your bag, and this is going to become your drawstring. You don't have to use ribbon, you could use a cord or a shoestring, whatever you want. I just thought the ribbon was pretty. So thread it through, and once you have it all threaded through, then you are done with your bag. Fill it up with whatever you want, whatever cosmetics you want, and then you can use that ribbon to drawstring as a drawstring and tie the bag shut and tie it in a pretty bow, and you're good to go. You've got a custom cosmetic bag and you've recycled an old t-shirt. So that's all there is to it.
And that's it for this week's Chic on the Cheap. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you right back here next week.